Now we're looking at constructing linear equations from worded problems. And when we do that, we need to use variables to represent unknown quantities. Before writing the equation, we always state what the quantity each variable represents. And so in this case, we're letting W equal the weight of the turkey, for example 1. Okay, we're also going to let T represent the time to cook, and that we know is equal to 3 hours, which is also equal to 180 minutes. And that's going to be an important thing to remember when we're working through this problem. So let's look at the equation. We know from what's given in words in the example is that our time to cook is equal to 30 minutes for every kilogram. So we write 30 times W, and we need to add an extra 15 minutes, so plus 15. What we're going to do now is understand that T, the time to cook, is actually equal to the 180 minutes. We need to put 180 because the 30 is in minutes as well. So 180 is equal to 30 times W plus 15. And now we're solving for W to find the actual weight of the turkey that gives us the time of 180 minutes. So subtracting the 15 from both sides and then dividing by 30, we find that W is equal to 165 over 30, which simplifies to 5.5 kilograms or 5.5 kilograms. And when we're given a problem in words, we really should state our solution in words as well. And so we can write there, the turkey weighed 5.5 kilograms. Our second example, we're finding the area of the rectangle with a perimeter of 1.08 meters if it's 8 centimeters longer than it is wide. So first of all, drawing yourself a picture helps. And so drawing that, we know that the length is 8 centimeters longer, so we can write x plus 8, and the width is equal to x. So we're letting our variable x represent the width. Now we know that our perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. We ought to know that. We know our perimeter is equal to 1.08 meters or 108 centimeters. And again, we need to keep our units consistent. So 108 centimeters because we know that the 8 in our length, the 8 centimeters, is in centimeters. Okay, so our perimeter 108 is equal to 2 times our length, which is x plus 8, plus 2 times our width, which is x. So 108 times 2x plus 16 plus 2x. Collecting our like terms, we've got 108 is equal to 4x plus 16, and then 4x will equal to 108 minus 16, which is going to be 92. And now dividing by 4, we get an answer of 23. So our width is 23 centimeters. We also know that our length, being 8 centimeters longer, is going to be 31 centimeters. Now the question says, what is the area, or find the area of the rectangle? Now we know that the area is equal to length times width. So we can write then 31 times 23, do the calculation, and we get 713. Of course, we need to include units, it's centimeters squared. And then writing a final statement. Therefore, the area of the rectangle is 713 centimeters squared. Our third example uses our understanding of speed, distance, and time. Okay, so we need to recall that speed is equal to distance over time, which we could rewrite as meaning distance is equal to speed times time. Okay, so when we're solving this particular problem, the information that we're given is that Adam normally takes 5 hours to travel a certain distance between Highgate and Logget. Okay, but then he increases his speed by 4 kilometers per hour, and the journey then takes half an hour less. Now, regardless of how fast he travels, the distance remains the same. So we can use that understanding for working this out. Now, at his normal speed, okay, the distance could be calculated by multiplying his normal speed times the time that it takes to get there. Okay, now we're going to let n represent his normal speed. Okay, so then the distance from Highgate to Logget is going to be n times 5 because it's 5 hours to get there. Okay. At his higher speed, okay, which is 4 kilometers per hour more, so in other words, his higher speed is n plus 4, the distance, which is the same, will be equal to n plus 4 times the time taken to get there, which is half an hour less. Okay, so it'll be n plus 4 times 4.5, or 4 hours 30 minutes, 4.5 hours. Now the distance is the same, okay, which means that we can equate those two things. N times 5 will, okay, or 5n is going to be equal to 4.5 times the n plus 4. So we've got the same for both of them because they both represent the distance, they're equal to each other. Okay, so 5n is equal to 4.5n plus 18 once we expand the right hand side. Bring our variables over to the left hand side, we end up with 0.5 n equals 18, and then n is equal to 36 when we divide 18 by 0.5, and that's our solution. And so they can write that out in a sentence. Adam's normal speed, which is what the question's asking, is equal to 36 kilometers per hour.